What's going on, true believers? In the last month, I provided you with the daily updates on 7 specific tokens, and I said that they represent your future and potential wealth. If you listen to me, then you're watching this and you got a big smile on your face this weekend. If you didn't, then you're probably looking for an excuse as to why I'm wrong. The problem is, I'm never wrong. This is not financial advice. But real quick, our main topic today is not that I'm always right. I am, and you should know that by now. But our main topic is that I believe in 7 select communities and that they can create wealth for everyone. There's thousands of tokens in our space just on Uniswap alone, and I picked 7 of them. You guys are the elite. You guys are the people that make things happen. You're the ones that can send a token to the stratosphere. So if you're a dev on one of these tokens, then I implore you to do right by your investors and lead them to the promised land. Push your chats, make them happy places where they can celebrate, and the results of their effort to shill will take hold. To the investors, I'm going to tell you this. Believe. Don't just believe. Keanu believe. Hold your tokens. Never pull out your full bag for an insane play because you're going to get wrecked. Almost everyone watching this video today missed out on Doge. You missed out on Shiba. But that time's up. We're not going to be missing out on the next one. We don't know which of us is going to make it. We don't know who's going to be the catalyst. But I do know that it's one of these 7 tokens in this group. So guys, believe with me and let's get rich together. This is not financial advice.
The music like more to be on bricks. Even my lady call herself a side chick. I'm popping up like over red and vodka on the flame conscious.
Alright guys, before we get started, there is a massive problem occurring right now, and of course it's in China. It's always in China. But Evergrande, which is a property development giant located in China called China Evergrande. Investors in everything from Bitcoin and broader crypto markets are worrying about the potential spillover effect a Chinese Lehman moment could have. As China's second largest property developer, China Evergrande holds more than $300 billion of debt, placing the company as the world's most indebted property developer. The company has repeatedly seen its ratings cut by international ratings agencies and has itself warned on multiple occasions that it could default on its debt. And although it's not the first site related to Bitcoin, some industry insiders are increasingly concerned about the impact such a large Chinese default could have and possibly already has on the cryptocurrency markets. Now, this doesn't start at the cryptocurrency markets. This starts at the Dow Jones, but it's going to drag everybody down with it if it happens again. This is one of those moments like 2007 where a giant bubble is about to burst. So we're wishing the best for it, but make sure that you're investing wisely at this moment because shit's starting to get serious. Moving on. Alright guys, the market cap is down to 1.986 trillion on a 24-hour volume of 140 billion, but don't kid yourself about that volume. That volume, you're going to notice very shortly, is going to be put into Tether. The third token just a few hours ago was Cardano. It is no longer. Tether is back up in the number 3 position. So these massive sell-offs are going to be a frightening thing for a little bit. However, there's a resiliency to the U.S. markets that might be able to provide a catalyst going forward. So we're going to see a dip today. We're probably going to see a very large sort of dip today because the market just can't withstand the institutional investors having their panic attacks. These are the guys that are playing with all the big money that try to leave us in the pond alone. But remember, remember this. When something dips, that's called a buying opportunity. That is not called a sell opportunity. The people that are selling, these are the people that never get rich. You, the faithful, are the ones that get rich, but only if you hold. And only if you accumulate during a dip. So Bitcoin is trading at 43,416, which is down 8.2% in 24 hours. Ethereum is down 10% to 3,016. Cardano is down 12.8%. That's a big dip, down to 204. And there was already some China problem with Cardano. There was already some conversations about China having a problem with Cardano, so you're seeing a massive dip. XRP is down 14%. Solana, who has always held strong, is down 13.6%. Polkadot is down 14.8%. Avalanche is down 17.1%. Terra 19.8%. Chainlink down 13.1%. So this is one of those moments, guys, where we're going to be on pause for at least 24 hours. Manage your finances accordingly. Moving on. All right, guys, I want you to take a close look. This is the 7-day trend for all of the tokens that I cover. These are the ones that I believe in. And this right here, this is why I believe in them. Number one, Saitama is up 203% on the 7-day. Floki's up 193.4% on the 7-day. Hokk is up 173% on the 7-day. Keanu is up 166% on the 7-day. Sanshu is up 45.6% on the 7-day. StarLink is up 33%, and Kishu is up almost 31%. Now, guys, you don't get this kind of return on anything. You don't get this kind of return on anything. If you have your money in the Dow, if you have your money anywhere, these are not the type of returns that you get. I pick these people for a reason. I pick these properties for a reason. I pick these tokens for a reason. And it's because I have faith in the dev teams of every single one of them. So, if you want transitional wealth so that you can live a different life, stick with me. These are the tokens that are going to get you there. Moving on. All right, Keanu, you're at 1587. That is a far cry from a week ago where we were trading at under 1,000. So the daily chart shows a dip of 25%. There is a cascade happening right now. China is into everyone really big. So things are going to get a little interesting, but remain faithful to the product. And remember, in 4 days, there's a worldwide launch party. There's still a special guest coming. Things are going to go back up. It's a perfect opportunity to accumulate. Moving on. Hokk, you guys are bucking the trend. Everything's looking real good for you right now. You're at 1777, up 25%. I know you're seeing a little bit of a dip right now. I know we were all looking for that big up. You were at 22 just a little while ago. But keep the faith, I assure you. This is a temporary dip. Things are looking good. I'm not getting deep into everybody today. I'm just pointing out we've all had a good amount of success in the last 7 days, and that's going to keep up. Stay faithful to your product. Moving on. All right, guys, Sanshu, like Keanu, is having a little dip. Down to 1938, but look at this enormous growth that happened the other day. Now, we're going to experience a little bit of a dip caused by this China FUD that's happening right now. It's not going to be as serious as all that. This is a temporary blip on the radar. You can see right now the GUI is getting real high. There's a whole lot of paper hands that are doing their thing right now, but relax, stay faithful to your product. Everything's going to be fine in the long term. We're just going to experience a little bump in the short term. Moving on. All right, Floki, you guys are down about 30% to 3260. Now, that is cause for a little bit of alarm if you're looking at it from a short term, but let's focus on what matters here. Here's what matters. Your volume trading is up to $2.6 million, which is a lot. And the second thing is, you guys have had the benefit of some very wealthy investors for an extended period of time. And the market is having a moment right now where China is again attacking the crypto market, not directly, but the Evergrande situation is starting to grow and starting to grow, and it's starting to create a panic among the institutional investors. So guys, be faithful to your product and understand there are some people who are going to dip out. They're going to take their profits. They're going to take their money. They're going to park it into Tether. We're going to see that for a couple days, but then everything's going to get back to normal and everything's going to blow back up. You guys know what's going on. If you've been into the Telegram, you know what's happening. So that's still all going to happen. Just remember that. Moving on. All right, Wolfpack, Saitama verse. You've got a massive sell-off happening right now. People are putting their stuff into Tether. People are getting tight because of the China Evergrande situation. Just remember, stay faithful to your product. Understand dips like this are going to happen. They're necessary. This is a little market correction. It won't last very long. But even so, Even while everybody else is down 20 and 30% in the market, you guys are still up 2.74% because the wolf pack never quits. So guys, it's a perfect buy opportunity. If you're not already bought in, if you are bought in, hold tight, stay faithful. I assure you NAM's got your back and things are about to get better. Moving on. Kishu. You guys are trading at 67.09. That's down about 17%. But again, like everybody else, the China Evergrande situation is taking a toll right now. I assure you it's going to be temporary and everything's going to be fine. But grab your bag and stay faithful. There's a lot of people going to Tether right now just because they don't know where the market's going to go in the short term. And there's no reason to take that loss. Be faithful to your product, understand the market, and know that this is temporary. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers, stay faithful to your product. You're at 12.12. That's down 17.9%. But the problem is not StarLink. The problem is China Evergrande. Things are going on right now that are creating a massive sinkhole. It's not going to last. This is a temporary thing. But this is a massive company with a massive problem that might default on billions and billions and billions of dollars. So short term, there's going to be a little bit of sell-off and there's going to be a little bit of tether because that's just what people do. Long term, you still got the best game in the universe. Or am I supposed to say metaverse? I'm not sure how that plays out, but stay faithful to your product, guys. Everything's going to be fine. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but here we go. China is at it again. And it is not the Chinese government this time. It is another big business. In 2007, we found out that the United States government was built, had allowed for the investment firms to be built on a house of cards. And that house of cards tumbled down and in part brought on a lot of what's going on in the cryptocurrency market and necessitated a move away from fiat currency. Today, we are in a situation in which the China Evergrande company is about to burst, and as a giant real estate company, that could be catastrophic for every market, not just the cryptocurrency market. This is one of those game changer situations, and it's cause for everybody to be alarmed. But what you are seeing in general is this. The people who exist on fiat currency do not care about you. They do not care about your prosperity. That company, China Evergrande, they are there to make money, and they are in default just to the United States right now, or potentially in default for $300 billion, which means that every investment company that has a stake right now is going to take a tremendous loss because the books can't carry $300 billion in losses from one company, no matter what kind of company you are. So what you are again seeing is all the reason in the world for you to get out of fiat and get yourself into the crypto space. Now, there's going to be pain. There's going to be some moments where we're all looking around like, well, shit, this didn't go as planned, but it's going to be temporary because regardless of what happens in this situation, and there's probably in some ways going to be a bailout or somebody's going to work with them, so it's not going to be as bad as what we're talking about right now. But the markets are going to feel a little bit of pain, and it's going to be for a short period of time. But when that time is up, when we get to the other side of this, there is still a crypto market that is about to boom. Now, I have said openly that I don't think that Bitcoin is going to get to $100,000. However, there are a lot of analysts now saying that Bitcoin could get as high as $300,000 in this year. And that is a change based on a number of circumstances that will play out as soon as this little mini crisis is over. But, guys, stay faithful to your products. Make sure that you understand what's going on in the market. Know that your money is safe with every one of these 7 products. I just showed you the type of growth that they are capable of in the short term and in the long term. All you have to do is believe. It's all my time. Let's have a good day and let's prosper.
Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit up, sleeping on couches with 40 bottles and cigarette butts.